Giggle Knuckles. Today I'm gonna be showcasing a new mech I made. It's a new frame, more advanced frame. It's like very cool. Like I'm gonna be showcasing on it, and it's named the Füsilier. But yeah, I totally took that name from Cannon Fiber. Even though I do know the Füsilier is a type of weapon. Somebody that holds like some sort of gunpowder rifle. Kind of named it that because like Prussian regiments that were like called Fusiliers or like scouting guys, and I made this gun like a scout, but like alright, it doesn't matter. Let's just start off with the showcase. So as you can see here, it's got this like a very more industrial look compared to most of my mechs. It's got a lot of mechanical details here. It's got like some sort of like type of plated armor, and like shows it to be not one of a kind, but like more of a military weapon instead of like one of a kind mechs that you usually see in popular franchises. You can see some little pipes here to transport gas and stuff, pistons and stuff. Back here we can see some joints and a bigger joint here. And these really large pistons up here. This is some sort of engine that controls the pistons that makes the leg go back and forth. Some little ankle armor right here. Or, yeah, it's whatever that part's called. Another joint here to give it some more detail. And it's got this like very you could say plated look. Or something like it. It's got industrial bolts here to show that it's like very like diesel punk, as the mech itself is more of a diesel punk like mech instead of like futurism, which are the types of mechs I really like. Like whenever instead of one of a kind, they're like one. It's like not one of a kind, but multiple like machines meant to destroy and kill people. We got some fuel here to fuel up the legs. Got a large pipe here and some little engine here to transport the fuel. With more pipes back here. There's these two larger pipes, which gives it a lot of the industrial looks, which is the theme I was going for. We got this little barrel fuel there too. Fuel. Now I tried making a piston engine or something like it, but I want more of a different, more like mad look, so it wouldn't like look too like like furnished and beautiful and stuff. It's more of a, you could say, like destructive and like hardened or like battle torn like weapon. We got some pipes here to lead multiple types of gases and fuels to the mech. Same here on the other side. And you see this massive joint here to move the legs back and forth. And up here we can see some armor to defend those joints as well. See all these mechanics and stuff, which is pretty closely defended. A few cannon there would kill it. It's good enough for stronger mech. Now if you look at the crotch area, you can see it's quite massive. Now, don't get the wrong idea. However, it's there to protect multiple mechanics from back here. See here on the other side of the piston joint, and some shaven armor over here to defend more joints up here that's more like in the open and through the sides. We move back here, you can see a bunch of pipes that lead to these massive engines that shoot out that make the mech more mobile instead of like a slower mech. It's like a scouting vehicle. So it like looks around, scouts around and stuff, and all that stuff. you can see here we got some gas exhaust pipes to release the gas from the mech, you know, which is very industrial. You can see it's most diesel punk mechs. You know, gas is leaking out. These massive engines are here to like support the flying weight of the mech, which will keep it airlift and stable in the air. I did try to make it more industrial by adding a lot of pipes, which did turn out really good. See some back armor over here to defend the ass, and the extra joints over here, but usually you won't see it too easily. Up here we can see this the chest part, which shows the fucker's name. So okay, don't get the wrong idea, guys. It's just about a minute. Anyways, you can see these side angles over here to defend the joint on the inside that allows the torso to move back and forth. Got some pistons up here that gives it more mechanical detail instead of, you know, one of a kind mech and all that stuff. Now as we move on to the chest, you can see that it's got a lot of a similar chest look, but more industrial looking, like my other mechs. But it's got industrial bolts there, to, like, you know, give it more extra detail. And we got my sign over here, VAS, which stands for Very Awesome Spartan. So it's more so as my copyright, stuff like that. We got some massive neck guard armor to defend the neck from getting destroyed. See here, we got this one really bright eye. It gives us, like, you know, the like splits and like gives it that really awesome look to it. You know, you guys catch my stick drift? Here, I got this really long helmet, which I kind of based off, you know, like so old Soviet helmets, or, you know, Polish helmets during the Cold War era. Got some pistons up here, you know, there's like supposed to be some sort of piston engine. And back here we can see some pipes that lead into this other giant rocket to shoot it out as the mech flies. Pretty well, in fact, like stable midair. We got these really awesome gas exhaust pipes that give it the industrial look to it. Move here, we got some armor to defend joints inside the mech. That allows us to keep fighting on and on and on. Now, as we move on to the arms, you can see that it's got like a very massive shoulder plate to defend all the mechanics that are within the mech. Also gives a lot of detail too. See, we got this nice outlining and some nice armor here to defend the joints on the inside. We got this false joint, which gives it mechanical detail, but it doesn't have much of a purpose other than it be extra armor. Same on the other side here. Got this also false joint here that gives it another industrial look, but it's more so to give it more like better armor. And here we can start seeing some gases or fuel tanks to defend, to mostly act as armor, but fuel up the arms instead of like running on one endless source of energy, which I don't like. I like it whenever mechs like have like logic within them. As you can see here, we got similar split armor like on the legs, on the arms, to give it the sort of look that you'd like to expect. Got a little lazily made pipe here, and we got some nice elbow plates here to limit the arms from being too crazy, but also to give it extra armor and defend the joints that are within inside here. So here we got some plated armor to defend multiple important stuff in here, which gives it just extra details. You can see some pistons on the side here, and more fuel tanks on the other side here. And a lot of mechanical detail, you know, more like, you know, awesomeness. God damn it, whatever it doesn't matter. Holy shit, it's a UNS. back to the showcase. We can see these really, really awesome looking freaking chainsaw swords, which is meant to like, you know, like dig into the enemy's like inner materials and stuff. And it has fuel here to like, you know, control it. However, the chains don't actually move, but it does look really cool nonetheless. Really, and it was inspired by those Warhammer chainsaw swords you can see here, you know, to like kill the enemies. Got this little back pointer, which doesn't do much other than be external detail, and some pipes on both sides. Down here, we got Shinko Windy from Uma Musume, because why not? But like, I couldn't make her hair, so she looks really goofy, but I don't know. I don't care, it looks like Shinko Windy. I don't care. Wait, we can start off with the testing guys, let's go.
This is the stupidest thing I've ever seen!
Alright, you can see here, we got the moving particles here, which give a lot of detail to like move around and stuff, which looks really cool, and it gives it so much aura! You know, you can see the slower pipes coming out, and the super fast stuff here, yeah. Now, this mech doesn't have too much mechanics, however, it is really fast at moving and killing people. You know, it's really swift, boom. Very aura farmers, and it looks really cool on midair. Gives it so much aura! So awesome! Kill people, you know. Very industrial like. Now I did add some thrusters. It didn't do too much. However, it does help to like make me move around like really fast places when I really need to. So it is very useful in fact. So it's pretty flexible here, and it can, you know, can fly. It doesn't have too much mechanics, but it's really fast. You know. Pretty cool. Pretty good at killing too. Yeah. Aura.
This is the stupidest thing I've ever seen! This is the stupidest thing I've ever seen!
Okay, here's a PvP fight. The problem is, his mechs are much better than mine fighting, and looks too. He might kill me, but it goes either way considering you have the same amount of weapons. It doesn't really matter. Whoa. Getting ripped off, I gotta attack him. That sounds like really cool mech design anyways too, so. But anyways, I always like it. But it did get stuck with it. I lost my body. Oh, I'm dead.
This is the stupidest thing I've ever seen! This is the stupidest thing I've ever seen!
Alright. Alright. Here's the second round. Another another lethal mech. Very spooky, isn't it? Yeah. Here we are. And I got absolutely demolished. The second I got it.